Hopefully. Okay, I think we're live on Twitch now.
Oh, that's another
Somebody
good one.
go check that for me.
Oh, here's a good one.
Oh no, I know this one. Oh, oh,
Are they deep throating the mic or something?
oh
Nope.
no. Why?
I don't know. They're putting sprinkles or water on
It's
it.
it's ice water on a
It's ice
microphone.
water. Yeah.
Yes,
No.
we're alive.
At least she's not deep throating it.
That'd be a lot to deep.
Not yet.
Those are the good ones.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
alive and we're good, so let's go.
Alright, cool. Welcome everybody to another episode of Titans Clash, as I am horrified by things that they are showing me pre-game. Sorry for being late, ladies and gentlemen. My dinner went a little bit over where it should have, but we are now here. So, last episode, you guys had the traveling band of ghouls. That was quite possibly one of the slowest things you guys have ever encountered, and you guys only had 3 songs to play for them, though you had a 4th one, but you refused to play it till you got close to No Man's Land for American purposes. You don't quite know what this means, but you are concerned. But Jap Taxi and Sasuke also went north to find their old buddy boo, friendo, big pal guy, friend person. And Yuki was asleep last game, so now we have her here, so we're actually going to be, looking at the two of them this time. So how do you guys feel?
Wait.
Are you sure
If-
about that?
No, never.
I feel like putting ice water on my microphone.
I will hurt
just to
you.
get it cool.
I will find you, and I will hurt you.
I zoned out so hard looking at what's in chat.
Yeah.
What was the question?
So
How
how are
y'all
you
are.
guys feeling today?
I have a toothpick in my mouth, so I'm slightly more southern.
Hey, bruh.
Fair enough.
Alright.
It's warm.
It is exceptionally warm. I have my fan on in the background at like the lowest setting, and it's like 86 degrees in my room, if not higher.
They were all out of air cons at the Walmart I went to.
Well, also, happy early 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen who are watching this on stream. If you guys want to
Yes,
check our
to all our
stream-
international viewers, happy Independence Day for the Americans.
For all of our international
Okay.
viewers, happy 4th of July. For all of the Americans, happy Independence Day.
Plus, almost every player in this campaign, except for our favorite Aussie, is
There's
American.
nothing special on this day. Like, fuck.
We get
No.
we get fireworks, and I get to work for. I get to work
we
2
don't
hours
even get
earlier.
Fireworks this year. It's too hot and dry. We don't even get fireworks.
That's what she
We
said.
get
Oh yeah,
fireworks.
because they're not selling any in our town. I think because we have a fire
It's
ban going
illegal to
on.
light them off this year.
Yeah, because we have a fire ban at the moment. I think.
Ha.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
But yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We are a band of insane people, and last we left off with Krampus. He was running. Roll me a. What is your survival? Krampus. Oh, you have
Wait,
decent
me?
survival. Roll me survival.
Me?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Krampus, get your ass here. Where's survival? Where's survival? It's in skills.
It's at the
Oh,
bottom.
because endurance, that's why.
Survival. Hiya. There we go.
All right, you have a map on you, and you are determined as hell to follow this map exactly.
I was given a
Unfortunately,
I
this
can't
map is
read.
just a bunch of scribbles. So you are literally running in. You would say they're figure eights, but they're not. It's like if you tried to run a figure eight and then you got lost several times. And then you went straight forwards. And then you went backwards a couple times. Then you saw a tree that you thought was the North Pole until you touched it and it wasn't cold. So you broke the tree down, but then you accidentally stabbed a branch through your map. And so you started wandering through the branch because it had another pathway. And then you didn't really know where you were going, so you walked over another tree across a river. And then you crashed into another tree, and then you walked into the river and back the way you came. And you started walking back the way that you were back to the town before you hit a rock, and it was actually a boulder, and you spun around and you started walking to the north again. Then you fell face first into mud.
He's gonna end
Well,
up south of Junction City by this
You
point.
know what they, you know what they say. The North Pole is not an easy location. Christmas is testing him, and he's determined.
Yeah,
Think my-
let's see.
The boulder
no.
doesn't know how he feels about fighting a blind little girl.
My internet.
Let's see. You know what? Wow. I love that the two people trying to find Krampus have the lowest survival and the lowest perception in the party.
Hey, I can hear them big ass feet from miles away.
Jap, do me a favor and roll me perception +2. Alright, cool. Sasuke, you have jack shit of an idea of where you are going, and you're also dealing with the fact that you're on top of a person holding a gun to his head that is fully loaded and cocked, and he knows where he's going. He looked at that map. He drew that map. He can also see the massive, gigantic path that Krampus has made, although it's also been doubled over 14 times. So it's really hard to really know which path you're supposed to be following, but they all lead in roughly the same general directions. That's the one you're following. And to explain the gun thing, he kind of put it to the back of your head when he picked you up, so you just have a gun to his head.
Can I move it away and uncock it and put the safety back on?
Do you know how for that gun?
Is there a roll I can do?
Give me intelligence -4.
To be fair, Ace would have probably at least attempted at some point to teach her basic gun safety.
You understand the basics of how guns work, and this is a gun. So you understand, in theory, how it works. In usage, you almost fire it. Twice.
Well, I would have moved it
It
away from his
is
head
moved
and-
away from his head, you just
Yeah.
fumble with it and almost drop it and almost shoot it twice, and it's kind of concerning to anyone in the area except for Jap.
Give it to you.
The only person in the area.
Yeah.
Did I manage to put the safety on it?
You did. Yeah, you managed to click the safety on. You're
Hey,
not quite
Jeff,
sure
I
if
think
that
this would be
works.
safer in your hands.
But I handed it to you because it's not there.
You're a bit quiet, by the way, Jab.
Yeah, hold on. I have to turn. I handed it to you on purpose, so I'm aware. If you think I do stuff without purpose, then you really need to re-examine me. Or at least
No, I know you-
re-examine things, regardless.
I know you do things with a purpose, but I'm gonna accidentally shoot myself with this.
Just keep it aimed at my head, and there you go.
I. Mm.
Mm.
I'm gonna just kind of put it in his back pocket?
His bag. There is no bag. You were on top of a big bag. You probably just shove it in the bag, is my guess.
Mm-hmm.
You just zip, thunk, zip. Okay.
There goes the gun. Into the void.
Never to be seen again.
Possibly, honestly. Hmm. Well, he's definitely made it easy to track him. Though that's not Shaka. I accounted for that somewhat. Wonder if he went through a town.
I can try and smell him out. I can try and
Yeah.
sniff him.
You're not a dog, though.
Yeah, but I'm blind, so all my other senses are enhanced.
He does smell pretty bad.
Yeah. Like, really bad.
To be fair, most things in this area smell pretty bad.
What do I have to... What's my negative? Is it a -2?
I mean, you already have a 1, so...
No modifier?
Yeah, well, let's go with no modifier. Let's see if you can get a perfect score on this one.
Almost.
Yeah, that was a surprisingly close to perfect score. No, you have no idea where he is. You can kind of smell Jap.
And that would
I'm
not be
gonna
a good
smell at
smell.
you.
I feel sorry for you. Except I don't.
It's not as bad as his armpits.
True, but burnt skin doesn't smell exactly great.
Not
And
the
worse.
first time I've smelled it.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah, because we were all in the Vault 300 when bodies went on fire.
We made things a lot easier than leaving them to rot.
Fair.
Plus, if another spark hit that place, probably the place would have gone boom over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't think
Nasty
about that
indoors.
originally. Yeah. You know, I didn't think about that too much, but since it was also a laser rifle, I wasn't too concerned.
Mm.
And at the same time, it doesn't really matter. As long as that place wasn't usable, which it's not
The light.
anymore.
Mm.
The light, what?
I was talking to Meg. I was asking her to turn on the light.
It takes you guys quite a while to eventually find him. Do you guys do anything in particular while you guys are walking, or just general talking, trying to not be
I mean,
super awkward?
Jap's only really responding to whenever she talks. He's mainly just walking.
Mm-hmm.
He's focused more on the walk than anything.
Yeah. She'll probably ask questions here or there, but other than that, not really.
Like, what questions?
If he truly hates him and if Jap truly hates her and Ace and his thoughts on like Krampus and Wandy and the group in general.
I mean, he'll answer that. He don't really hate you people. Kind of hard to hate people when they're just trying to survive. Doesn't make sense to get pissy. Krampus is dangerous, but he's a child. Wander is calculating, even though he doesn't actually show that side of himself very often. Ace is a character.
He saved my life, you know.
And in return, you keep him alive.
I try to, but more oftentimes than not, I'm the one that causes the issues that almost get him killed.
Did you ever think about thinking things through a little longer?
I do.
Hmm.
I just know.
Hmm? You just know what?
Some of those situations no matter what, couldn't have been avoided. Not being able to see and all. Didn't know about the snake or the death clam or
You ever think about trying to find somebody that can do robotic implants?
I've thought about learning about it, but it's such a unique thing. It's hard to find anybody who knows anything about it. And it's such a delicate area.
Hmm. Fair enough. I wonder if he's dead yet.
Honestly, sometimes I think it might be better if I wasn't around Ace. He'd probably be able to move a lot faster and not be in so many death-like situations.
I doubt that. He'd probably be dead.
He's a lot more careful when I'm not there.
You sure about that? You sure he doesn't just tell you that?
Even though he doesn't seem like it, he's really smart.
Smartness
He knows,
doesn't keep you alive in the wasteland.
yeah,
Luck. Though he is unnaturally lucky. That's probably the reason.
probably. I mean,
Mm.
it does seem unnatural sometimes with his luck, but you know, you you wouldn't be in as nearly you wouldn't be in as many situations that would require him to be lucky if I wasn't there.
Why not just leave?
Because I know that if I do leave, he'll still track me down and stuff like that, but
Mm.
I also don't want to hurt his feelings and I don't want him to be sad, even though it'd be for his own good and his own health that I left so he could live a lot longer.
Man, your impressions of that man and mine are completely opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I've been traveling with him for, excuse me, 8+ years now.
I'll just keep that little bit of info to myself then.
Yeah. Though I do know if I left him and I was on my own, I wouldn't be long for this world for sure. Not being able to see, I'm just a sitting duck 90% of the time.
Oh, please. You could beat a man to death in 5 seconds if you put your mind to it. You just typically don't.
Yeah, but if they have a gun, I wouldn't see it coming. If they had poison and I couldn't tell what kind of snake it was, I wouldn't be able to make an antidote. A
Mm.
death claw could rip me in half pretty easily. Yeah, I
Yes,
have
no.
yeah, I have, like, I can beat people if I know they're there. If I don't know they're there, then there's not much I can do. I'm not the most perceptive person in the world.
No, I couldn't see that. I'm sorry. Yes, that was a joke.
I'm smirking.
Can't tell. Too busy looking in front of us trying to see where he went.
Mm.
By the way, just to let you know, he had left himself a trail that is only strengthened my thing of sending him away, frankly. Dear heavens. That's a boulder!
Well, at least we know we'll be able to find him soon.
Maybe. He isn't still sprinting. 'Cause I'm
That
not.
man, ungodly speed.
Wally, roll me sorry, yeah, not Wally. Wandy, roll me survival again.
Oh no. Krampus. Da, 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 da.
Hey.
That is better.
You have decided that the map is not particularly useful to you anymore. Mostly because yeah, that's what I thought. The pile of mud you kind of squished the map into and then lost.
No, I'm
So
on my own.
map's not the most useful thing to you at this point. Roll me a 1d8 to see which direction you decide to go. Wally and Sasuke are currently at 2. Oh, you went. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You went directly. Oh no, you're going directly towards Burnout, just quite north of Burnout. But yeah.
Ooh.
So as you guys are wandering towards him, you do find a massive puddle of mud, which has a particularly large imprint of him, as well as a trail going for the first time in one direction, and it's directly to the east.
Yeah, crap. Don't worry about it. Just hold on. I hate this terrain.
As you guys start pretty much wandering down that road, probably at a faster pace at the moment because the tracks look decently fresh, at least from what you can tell. You don't hunt people very often, so this is newish territory for you. As you are bound directly towards him. Roll me a 1d20, Wandy. Oh, that is actually that's good for me. That's not good for you.
It's Krampus. He'll be fine.
Depends on Krampus's mental state, as you're on a beeline straight for Burnout. As you start moving a little bit to the right, trying to dodge trees and stuff, your path starts veering to the south a little bit, and you're basically just on a direct beeline towards Burnout. About halfway there, you do see in the distance a particularly large amount of ghouls being headed by a loud song that you can vaguely hear. You can't really tell what's at the front of it, but it is a particularly loud sound. However, Jap also told you not to stop for anyone or anything. So, you just keep going.
That is true.
As you guys are running, do you pick up speed, Jap?
No, because he's gonna catch up eventually. It's only a matter of time.
Fair. So you guys are pretty much at equal distances from each other. Jap runs probably around the same speed as Krampus to some degree. As you guys are just running. It takes you guys a while to run. It has been several days since you started to run. At least since Krampus started to run. His travels inside of the forests were not very pleasant or lack of time consuming. But you eventually do run straight first into the gates of Burnout after a long period of time, Krampus. This was not your direction that you meant to go into originally. You don't actually roll me intelligence +2.
All right. Where is it? There it is. Let's do.
You don't remember this place. You actually do not remember these gates as you run into them, which makes you think new territory. And what's the only new territory in the path that you were going to?
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
You think you've
no.
reached it.
Oh
I knew
no.
it. I knew it. Yeah, oh, wait, no. Finally, after all these years.
Oh, it's gonna hurt so bad. You feel like you finally approach the gates of, the North Pole. It's not as cold as you thought it would be. There's no snow. It's not white.
It is a trick. It's testing me.
Roll me intelligence +2.
Oh no, this man ain't smart.
Is this a trick? You believe everyone lied to you. The North Pole is not cold.
I'll get them next time.
The North Pole
Whoever
was
they
not cold. Maybe it's in, dry season or something and the snow melted or something. For all intents and purposes, you believe you have reached the North Pole.
Finally. Santa!
It's quiet.
Fucking looking through everything, trying to find the Santa Claus, the main man himself. Where is he?
Yeah, so you walk through the gates, and by walk, I mean you open the closed and heavily reinforced gates with extreme prejudice. As you open up the gates, it is a ghost town. It is quiet, it's cold. Now, it's not cold for you. You don't feel anything that's cold, that's not under sub-zero. But it's quiet. There's not a whole lot going in there. No one's replying to your words. There's no elves that are making, presents for the boys and girls. You also don't really know what time of year it is, so maybe Santa's, on a sleigh and the elves aren't making any toys, but, it's kind of weird. But as you go through the area, you walk forwards. Let me go burnout, actually. This be a lot more impactful on the actual burnout section.
No.
Yeah, well, this is your fault. Where's burnout?
I'm gonna cry again.
You're welcome. Oh, there's my burnout.
You're welcome, he says.
There we go. Let me...
I'm gonna cry, which means it should be blue. Turn it blue!
What blue?
Turn the damn lights blue.
Oh, your lights. Okay.
Thank you.
There you
Context clues.
go. You're walking through the area, and
I don't
not a
care if you're
sound
watching
is
the big
singing.
friendly giant.
Not
Bitch!
a mouse is stirring, no sounds to be heard. However that story went, this is ours now, Curd.
No. It's just like, walking.
Mm-hmm.
Santa. Elves. Just looking into buildings.
As you go into random buildings,
look
just
like
kind of
me.
looking through the doors, you don't really see anyone as you're pretty much just looking into living rooms before walking out. But as you are stumbling through the area, you do see a large body in one of the courtyards of sorts. It is the body of the sleeping giant, Remus.
Just walk up. Put my hand and start. Santa, wake up. I have come at last. I have finally found you. Your little helper.
There's No reply. There's no movement. There's no anything.
Santa? Santa, speak to me, please. I traveled far and wide to find you. Are you asleep? Do you need help waking up? I will help you. Gonna try and slap his face.
Oh my god, roll your strength. It's not the strongest you've ever punched someone. And it does absolutely nothing to even his skin. You're not going for a, hard slap, but you slap it, nothing even, it's not even like damaging his face or anything, doesn't even, it barely even moves it, and there's just no movement. Let's see. Yeah, so Jap, you hear a resounding slap as you start approaching the gate
Do I
to
Echoes.
You see, he wouldn't. Jap would know burnout. He wouldn't even
Mhm.
get near burnout. He would go to a hill nearby and sit down.
As you sit
He
down, you
wouldn't
do
even-
hear a resounding slap from inside a burnout.
Yeah, he just takes Sasuke off his shoulders and sits her like next to him as he just stares at the town from a distance.
Did I hear the slap?
Oh yeah.
What was that?
Jap doesn't answer. He's just staring down at the town.
Yep.
Santa, wake up.
Did I hear that?
Roll me a 1d20, 0.
1d20. All
Yep.
right.
You are not a quiet person. You're not even struggling to restrain yourself in terms of loudness. You are bellowing this loud enough that Wandy has to keep up with the strugglers in the background of the ghouls to keep them from heading towards the sound of extreme loudness. Wandy can't make out what you're saying, but the ghouls are still randomly turning around to find you. He has to keep up with them. That's how far your voice is carrying. Hill just outside of Burnout, yeah, you can hear him crystal clear.
Santa.
Yeah. Where are we?
He isn't saying anything. He's you know he's there next to you and he's sitting, but he isn't speaking like at all.
I'm gonna run towards the sound of Krampus.
Jeff grabs your arm and keeps you from running towards it.
Oof.
Yeah, we're so close. Why?
It's just silence.
She's gonna try and wiggle her arm out to go find Krampus.
Jeff's gonna try his best to keep you from going any closer.
Opposing strength.
He has much higher strength
God.
than she does, but let's see how this goes. Both of you roll strength. Oh my god.
This might actually be worse.
Oh my god, that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As you get away from Jeff, he just doesn't go anywhere. He just sits there as he puts the mask next to him and just looks at all the corpses of Burnout, or at least the biggest corpse that he can see from outside.
There's only one corpse out in the open, and it
Yeah,
would be.
but he knows what that
Remus.
implies,
Yeah,
and
he
he
can
knows where you
see
are.
all the houses and. Yeah.
And Jeff, taking off his mask, just looks as he starts searching his bag. As he pulls out the gun that you put in his bag and safety, and he sits there and just looks at it for a second. As he takes off the Molotov cocktail he has, takes the cloth out of it and swigs the bottle.
Roll me luck +2, Sasuke.
Luck +2.
Yep.
My luck isn't as good as Ace's, but we'll see. Not
I don't think
23,
anybody's
just 2.
luck is as good as Ace's.
Alright. You just kind of stumble your way down the hill. You slam into a couple of rocks. Roll me endurance as well. You slam into a couple of rocks. You slam into a couple of trees. You tumble quite often. You slam your head into the floor. You continue to run. You slam your head into more rocks. You slam your head into the wall of burnout, which tells you that you're actually in burnout. And then you feel your way to the gates of burnout, which are relatively familiar, and your foot takes a couple dives into some potholes and stuff, and for a normal person they would be dead several times over at this point with how much injury you've sustained. For you, it's just a regular Tuesday.
When I get to the gate of burnout, I'm gonna stop for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
My shoulders are gonna drop, because now she knows exactly where she's at. And she knows exactly who opened these gates.
Oh yeah, you can tell from the not fine process of these gates being forced open that it was from Krampus. You can also hear Krampus inside the gates still. Inside the area. Krampus, what are you doing?
After slapping Santa for a couple of times, he just goes silent as he just goes back to standing here, staring
Mm-hmm.
at him before just going up and just sitting down, sad.
Roll me intelligence +5. Wow. You have an inkling of a feeling that this place is familiar, but you don't know why. It's confusing and odd. He seems familiar, but he seems like Santa. This area seems familiar, like it's just on the tip of your head, but you can't tell. Memories from the past are sitting in the background just out of reach. You don't know who this guy is. You don't know what this place is. He could be Santa. He could be sleeping. He could be dead, and you don't know. You don't know anything in this area. You don't know where anyone is. You don't even know what your name properly is at the moment. All you know is you may have found your destination. And there's nothing here.
Yeah. And as he's sitting down sad, he then takes off his Christmas hat and looks at it. I've come so far, and yet all of it was for nothing. As he drops the hat.
Oh, Yuki, you can hear him. You can hear him as he drops it.
After she's taken that moment, with her shoulders still slumped and her head facing downwards, she's going to slowly walk towards Krampus, dragging her feet a little bit as she walks up to him.
You can see her coming up towards you. Whether or not you can process that she's there is entirely up to you, but you can see her as she starts walking towards you.
He doesn't care. It's more the fact that he's found his location, and it's like after dropping the hat is when he's come to term that Christmas is gone, there's no Christmas. There is no Christmas, and that he's been fighting all his life only to see it end.
Aw.
Krampus.
Silence. He is silent.
She's going to walk as close to him as she can get and grab his arm or his hand, whichever she can reach. It's sad when we lose the things we care about.
Mm.
It's a sad thing that had to happen. But, you know, since this Santa won't wake up, that means there's nobody to deliver the presents or carry on the Christmas spirit. Unless somebody big and has a Christmas hat and loves Christmas and has elves to help him would want to be Santa instead. There'll be no more Christmas.
Christmas is gone.
I don't believe that. Because as
Santa.
long as you still believe in Christmas and you still love Christmas, it'll carry on. And if you can pass on the Christmas spirit to others, and they'll pass it on to their children and their children's children and the children's children, it'll continue on forever.
But Santa. That was his job. No one can beat Santa. I cannot do that. It is not my destiny. Santa is gone. So was the elves. Christmas is gone. And so will Krampus.
Santa may be gone, but not forgotten. Just because something is gone doesn't mean it has to be forgotten. You can continue to spread Christmas cheer, knowing that if you do, they'll make so many more people happy, knowing that there's still somebody out there who celebrates it.
Krampus has no spirit anymore. After seeing this, it is all hopeless. The Grinch has won, and Christmas is no more.
The Grinch has not won. You want to know why? Because in order for the Grinch to have won, the Grinch would need to destroy everyone who ever believed in Christmas. But I'm still here, you're still here, Ace is still here, and everyone we've met on our travels is still here. You've taught them the meaning of Christmas, meaning it can live on and continue to flourish and grow. Yes, there might not be a Santa anymore, and some of his elves may be gone, but that doesn't mean that a new Santa can't come, and new elves can't come to bring presents to all the good boys and girls.
Really believe that I can follow Annie's footsteps.
I think you'll make an even better Santa.
He's crying while he's talking, but then he wipes the tears. Picks up the hat, stands up, and looks with determination towards Santa. You may have fallen, Santa, but I am still here. And for as long as I live, the Grinch will pay for his crimes. I will follow in your footsteps, and I will keep the spirit alive. Because I will always be your little helper. And he puts on the hat. Krampus will continue where you have ended, and he will not stop until the day he dies. He looks down to you, Sasuke. You, Sasuke, are a great friend. Are a great friend to me. You are my first elf, and we shall do great things and bring justice.
Ooh, that is a punch to the heart right there. Oh, Sasuke. Oh, that must hurt. Oh.
I'd like that, Krampus, and I know that he would be proud of you with how far you've come and how far you'll go. He'd be so proud of you.
He kneels down to you and pats your head, and he would be
He's
glad
crying
that
tons of
Krampus.
tears.
He kneels down and says, and Krampus believes that if Santa ever met you, he would tell me how honored he is for me to have one of the best elves in the world by my side.
I want to kill myself.
Now, let's avenge them and bring justice to Santa's murderer.
Oh, Sasuke.
She's bawling her eyes out.
Yeah, Sasuke gotta go kill Santa's murderer. As you guys start walking towards the gates, roll me a intelligence +2, Krampus, because this is reminding you of the first day you stepped out of your journey. All right, yeah, you ain't remembering jack shit about this town anymore. You don't remember your home.
You
You
got
don't
close,
remember
but you
your
never did.
friends.
You know what? This is what he says. He looks back at this town. The town that he grew up in. Not that he remembers.
The town of the
And
North
says,
Pole.
he says back there, "You are a great town, North Pole. I shall return once the deed is done."
God.
As we walk out of the town and we get out of the gates,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop for a moment and look back at the town. Still crying tons of tears. Even though I can't see the town, I look back in that general direction
Mm-hmm.
and envision what it would have looked like. What it does look like. And with that image in my mind, I'm gonna turn back to Krampus and make upsy hands at him.
I pick her up and put her on my shoulder.
As he picks me up, I'm just gonna koala cling
She
on
is
to him,
first
needing a
lieutenant.
hug. Just gonna koala hug on him and cuddle him while I'm bawling my eyes out into his shoulder neck area.
A sad day it is, but soon, Grinch, this day will be remembered, and we shall spread cheers in remembrance of Santa Claus.
Mm. Hmm.
So, Jet Taxi, you're able to see them as they walk out the gates.
Yeah, Jeff's just sitting on the hill still. As he looks at the gun, looks at the masks, because over time he's placed all of them kind of on the rock next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he just stares at it for a minute. And he puts the gun to his temple.
Oh.
And he pulls the trigger.
Oh. Oh no!
Damn it, son of a bitch.
Guess
You
I'm
still
going
had a
first.
job to do.
He did his end of the deal.
You were supposed to bring her back.
Yeah, but
Now I
Krampus
gotta
can
go
do that.
find her ass.
To be fair, Krampus can bring her back. She controls Krampus.
Okay, she
Oh,
can't see. She doesn't know the
No, no, no.
direction.
Here,
She's
here.
stupid.
Here.
Jap actively was against this plan from the start, but he didn't actively do anything to prevent it, and now he's looking at what he didn't prevent. The one thing he actually stood against.
This is what Krampus.
He did.
This is what Krampus and Sasuke hear.
My
I have
groovy wasn't
Groovy
on.
turned off.
That wasn't groovy. Oh, was that
That was
groovy?
groovy.
That was groovy.
That was
Do that again, real
Alright,
quick.
Hold on. Wait. Let me turn on Groovy.
okay.
Hold on.
Y'all ready?
No.
Alright.
No. Hold on. I have Groovy turned up.
Okay, so as Sasuke and Krampus are going out, this is what we both hear.
Oh.
No.
Yap's plans are already in place, all of them. So for him, it's not much of a change.
Tap Taxi, you did not just kill yourself.
Oh.
His name was never Jap Taxi. You didn't know his name. He didn't have one.
Oh.
The mask was called Jap Taxi. Not him.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, you
And we will
hear
never
it.
know.
You hear as you're crying into his shoulder, as Krampus is standing there defiantly. You hear that one gunshot, pristine, perfect sound as it goes through the air, and you know exactly the direction it was shot from, and you know without the slightest doubt who shot. Oof.
Krampus, I think we need to go. I don't know where that came from. Do you?
Well, I'm a roll intelligence. Okay, so Krampus looks at it. He hears it, but then he looks to you. That was the beginning of a new age.
Jesus Christ.
We have much work to do.
Can I put two and two together?
Which two?
What do I know the direction it came from?
Yeah, you heard that perfectly. It was up the mountain, up the hill that you fell down several times. It was a single shot from a pistol. A pistol that you know what pistol sounds like, and you know the specific pistol because you held it. You've heard Ace shoot a lot of pistols, so you know the difference between specifically pistol bullets and pistols, and you know exactly which pistol shot that bullet. You just heard Jap Taxi's final moments. Yuke.
Yeah, I'm processing what just happened.
She's trying not to cry.
Yeah.
God. Oh, the
Just
pain.
Just play the music that Wally posted here.
If only DMC wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Again, for Jeff, that was like, these were the nicest people he had ever met who didn't want to hurt anyone, and he didn't prevent their deaths. To him, that was an absolute failure that could not be rectified. And looking at it, it was an absolute for him. Plus, he had talked about it with Wander anyway, so.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Alright, well, Krampus, roll me perception. I don't know what your perception normally is.
3.
3? Roll me perception +2. You see the horde of ghouls in the far, far distance. Barely, and they are quite a distance away from you, but that is what you see. You, with that also roll of intelligence, don't really care about the bullet. You normally don't, but, you know, this bullet was just a hail of new age. Those ghouls in front of you appear to be what the new age needs to be.
Saska, do you see?
I'm blind, Krampus.
He points. Oh, just over there is the new age.
Krampus, I can tell you're pointing. I cannot see. I physically cannot see.
We must follow the new first people. They will lead us to the Grinch.
But we must bury our friend first.
Who?
Jap Taxi.
Who that?
I'm gonna crawl off of his shoulders and head in the direction that Jap Taxi was at.
Krampus is gonna follow.
It's very slow going, and also somewhat painful for you because it is a decently steep hill. But you eventually make it up. Krampus randomly catching you when you start tumbling downwards. But yeah, you eventually do make it up, and you do, in fact, see Jap's body, along with all of his stuff, just kind of next to him.
Little man.
His face is odd, though, in this particular case. I didn't describe that.
Mhm.
He ripped his face into a smile.
Oh.
He's like the
And-
Joker.
Kinda. Well, given his face was just a bunch of burnt flesh that he couldn't move properly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's...
Messed up muscle tendons and all.
Ugh.
I'm gonna start trying to dig a grave for him.
Krampus watches.
Yeah, you see
and
the tiny
and looks at him.
child just... Probably using her hands, honestly, just slowly pushing dirt out of the ground.
Krampus walks up to Sasuke and says, "Do you want me to dig?"
Take what?
Dig, he said.
Dig.
Oh, dig. I heard
Yeah.
take. I'm sorry. that was my internet. If you could help me. It needs to be 6 feet deep and however long Jap Taxi is.
Roll me intelligence real quick.
Me?
No,
Me.
Krampus.
Oh no.
This means literally nothing to you. All you know is that she wants you to make a hole.
He just stares at her. And then she knows that she said the whole big for a person. So he sort of looks at the body, looks at the ground, and then he tries to dig a hole, not really paying attention on if it's small or big.
You are really, really astonishingly good at digging holes. You
I mean, I
also
gotta
have
hide the present
ridiculously
somehow.
big hands. So it's not very difficult for you to do so. It takes a very short period of time before you have a particularly large hole, more than the size of Jap. I assume that Sasuke stops you at this point.
Yeah, I would.
Alright.
Now what?
You need to put Jap Taxi gently into the hole and bury him.
He grabs Jap Taxi. Not
I
too hard, generally. As
I would help him gently move Jap Taxi.
and then place him down.
As you guys continue to bury Jap Taxi, it's a very quiet day. Around this place, it's always quiet. Seems, anyways. And you guys slowly start piling dirt on top of him. And he's buried.
As we bury him, after we buried him, I'm going to pile some rocks at the top and mark the grave.
Do you put, like, his mask on top of it, or
Yeah.
which one?
Can I feel which one would be a happy mask.
Your usual mask is a happy one, right, Wally? Jappy Tappy?
He's currently muted.
Oh, is he? Okay. I
Yeah.
believe his
Yeah,
regular...
I was
Oh,
muted.
there he is.
Yeah, every mask is technically just an engraved piece of wood that has carvings in it.
Mm-hmm. I think
So I'd
your
put
main one
the
is
one that
happy
he
now.
wore. Yeah, the one he wore the most, I would put on top of the stones,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest would be on top of the grave itself, like on top of the dirt.
Mm. Nice. Do you decide to put his backpack back together, you know, all stuff in there and just take it, or?
I'm gonna put his backpack back together
Mm-hmm.
and lean it against the gravestone.
You know, I keep forgetting that you're a morally good character most of the time. I legitimately keep forgetting that. So you just don't leave his backpack there?
Yeah,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna turn to wherever Krampus is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to say goodbye?
What was his name?
Jap taxi.
Jeb. Taxi. He crouches down. While I do not know much of you, you appear to be good to Sasser. You are elf. I believe that whatever world you are in now, cheer, goodness, everything you so desire will be there. The reindeers are taking you home. Rest in a Jap taxi.
Aww.
He stands up then, and then he sings something. And it's not Christmas song this time. My mother told me someday I would buy galleys with good oars, sails to distant shores, stand up on the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course to the haven, you many foemen, you many foemen.
My mother told me.
Yep.
Saska would have joined in as well
Aww.
after realizing the song.
It goes
This was
on for a little
good.
while. As you heard from earlier, Krampus does not have a quiet voice. It can be heard
After
rolling over the mountains like thunder.
after they're done, she's going to quietly kneel next to the grave and silently pray for him to have a better life in the next life. And should they ever meet in the next life over, that it'll be on better terms and that the next life brings him joy and happiness and he won't ever have to choose between two evils ever again. And that he's happy and is given the life he deserves in the next life.
Aww.
And then she's gonna stand up and turn towards Krampus with her shoulders still sagged, head hanging a little bit low, and just holds his hand and starts walking. Just walking. She doesn't know what the direction is for the ghouls or anything. She just starts walking away.
I assume, Krampus, you start heading towards the ghouls and kind of guiding her towards it.
Yeah.
So you guys start heading off in that direction. And now we're going to look at Wandy and, I'll say Course of Evans. Yeah, I'm not to change the name now. God damn it. You guys start heading towards the ghouls, and on the other side of the valley, I believe... What happened, Ace? You remember what happened last time inside the actual video? Where you guys stopped?
I
think it was just after you guys got... Yeah.
repairing the tank.
Mm.
I was figuring out about how long it would take the ghouls to get there so that I could get there 30 minutes or so, a little bit before, and get the money. And then I was going to head off to the fort.
Alright. So it'll probably take a couple days, depending on if you guys end up not having any music for the ghouls to get over there. Krampus, are you singing any songs while you're heading towards the ghouls?
No. He is silent as he's dedicated to finding the Grinch.
Yeah, so you walk a lot faster than most, but with the fact that you're walking
you know what?
with...
He believes now that... You know what? He believes that the Grinch killed Jep as well, so more of a motivator now.
Yeah, so as you're walking, essentially, you would normally be walking fast enough to absolutely surpass the ghouls, but because you're walking with Sasuke instead of holding her, you're basically walking almost the same pace as the ghouls, because she has tiny legs. So you guys are just behind the ghouls quite a distance, and you're just walking. The ghouls are walking at a pace that is making the lead dude on the motorcycle bored out of his goddamn skull. So it's gonna be a several day trek for the ghouls to actually get to No Man's Land. Unless you guys have some way of making some kind of loud noise or music to force the ghouls forwards. Otherwise, y'all are waiting for a while. Which is kind of a decent idea, considering you need to get the tank in order, but... yeah. In the meantime, what would you like to do, Ace? And Wandy?
I'll let Wandy go first.
Okay.
Well, he's still sort of making sure the herd is all not wandering off, so he's busy with that.
He's the anti-wanderer.
Yeah.
The anti-wanderer.
Yeah, you both,
There's only one
actually,
wanderer.
even though there's miles and miles and miles between the two of you, you guys can feel the rumbling of Krampus's singing.
There's a rumbly in my tumbly.
Yeah, is rolling across the ground like thunder, like a massive storm. Oddly enough, there are absolutely there's some clouds above you, but no thunder clouds.
Okay. Well, with that'd be good. Get them into position. I must.
Alright, so yeah, Wandy's just keep herding them forwards, which is really tiring, but, you know, it's a fairly
He's gonna do
repetitious
it.
job. And yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a flare before I head out.
Okay.
That I can use as kind of a guiding point for the tank.
Ah. Okay.
And when the time gets to where I think the interception should work, I'm gonna head off to Fort Lauderdale.
Nice. You see you see Bob inside of the tank.
God.
He's having the time of his life as he's doing something with some tank bullets. And you're you're not entirely sure what he's doing with the tank bullets. You're just really hoping they're good.
I told him to make them stable first. I'm gonna say it's fine.
Okay. So it certainly does take quite a few days for them to start going forwards. They are now roughly around here, just outside of no man's land on the Enclave's territory. Now, the problem y'all may encounter is making it, because it is still quite a distance trek, is to make sure there's no one left in no man's land, which may be kind of difficult. But that is currently your biggest objective, is to make it so that the ghouls, this horde of 100, can either plow through no man's land and kill every person in there, which may dwindle your numbers, or you kill everybody in no man's land before the ghouls get over there, and no word is sent.
Okay.
Depends on how stealthy you want this to be.
Okay. Could I potentially add a little bit of retconning? Before I leave Passion City, I want to. I want to tell. What's his face, Ivan. To let his men know to start doubling down. Take out as many BOS soldiers as possible.
Okay.
And then fall out in a set amount of time.
Okay. He does warn you that may cost a bit of ammunition, but it should be done.
I mean, the ammunition's gonna get used on the same people either way, so.
Yeah, that's fair. But he sends out a couple people with heavy machine guns, one with a rocket. It doesn't look like a particularly good rocket, but you also notice Bob handed it to him. So there's gonna be a big boom.
Where that big boom is in conjunction with the person who fires it, we'll find out later.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, so there's some heavy firepower going down to no man's land right now. And, yeah. So they go down there. The squad gets kind of closer, as is.
Theoretically speaking, the explosion and heavy gunfire should also draw the
could, yeah. Let me luck +3.
Cool. Okay, my luck is a 9, so we'll see how this goes.
Just want to see how fast. That's not much faster.
How? What the hell?
All right, wow, that was a perfect 10. Yeah, they slightly increased their speed. They went from a toddler's walk to a power walk.
You know what? It's every little bit counts.
Yeah, every little bit. They are ever so slightly faster. But at this point in time, Krampus has now reached roughly where Passion City is. He's still quite a distance behind. Sasuke, you have absolutely perfect memory of almost every terrain, and you have walked this distance before, specifically around Caulfield and around Passion City. There are no landmarks, however, to tell you exactly how far you've been, and your mind is not quite that tough to know the distance from several hundreds of miles. Roll me intelligence -6. See if you can.
Intelligence -6?
Yes.
Holy
See
shnikes,
if
my
you can
dude.
possibly find some kind of
Doesn't
landmark.
that mean this is an impossible roll, technically?
8 is impossible. This is a near
This is
impossible.
nearly impossible.
Yeah, because you are attempting to find a landmark in a wasteland
When I'm blind.
and you're blind. You somehow managed to find. I mean,
Did it! Even if you gave me an 8, I would have done it.
you were walking around and you managed to
Holy
stumble onto. What the fuck happened here?
How the fuck did I do that?
What the fuck happened between Passion City and Coalfield? Let's see.
Passion City and Coalfield? What?
Yeah, you're directly between those two at the moment, just behind the squad of ghouls. So I'm trying to think of what's happened in the past couple episodes, which would lead you to understand where you are at the moment.
I'm directly in the middle between Passion City and Coalfield.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I do that? How the fuck did I manage that?
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Now, because the ghouls will have ran over almost every track that would have been made previously.
Whereabouts were the tanks that we picked up? Because wasn't there 2? One of them was completely non-functional, and we just kind of looted.
Yeah. I think that was around here-ish, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. But you would have heard the tank. Oh, that's what it is. You would have heard the talking inside Passion City. Well, not talking, but you would have heard the activity.
Bob's experience.
Yes, Bob. You would have heard Bob. You don't know who Bob is, and you don't know much, but you know explosions. You know the sounds of Passion City. Because you've been there, you've done stuff, is an important thing ingrained in your brain. And as you hit that middle point between Passion City and Coalfield, and you turn to Passion City, you are struck with your perk, which gives you perfect knowledge of locations, perfect photographic memory. And you know that if Passion City is directly north of you from this distance of audio, you are directly between Passion City and Coalfield. Boosh. Somehow you defy all logic.
DM bullshittery.
Yeah.
DM bullshittery. I can smell the distance.
you can hear the activity in Passion City, namely the bombs. Bob's having a lot of fun. But you also remember that Ace was that in order to blow up, the Fort Lawndale, you would need an explosives expert. There's no 2 ways of getting around that, honestly. And it sounds like Ace found an explosive expert. Or there's someone who's blowing up Passion City.
Then we need to head to Passion City.
Either way, they're gonna need a medic.
You're welcome to head to Passion City. You can tell Krampus to go in a direction. You know where you are at the moment, so... For the first time in several days, you actually know where you are. Because Krampus doesn't.
Do I know which direction Ace is at?
Roll me intelligence -4.
I mean, Technically, wasn't the last she heard I was in Passion City?
Yeah. But it's
I'm
also
gonna
been
sniff
several
you out,
days.
Ace.
You would know that the most logical place for him to be at the moment would be in Passion City, depending on how close they are to completing their plans. If they are still in the planning, he would absolutely 100% be in Passion City. If they were closer to the completion of their plan, then he would be either in No Man's Land or at Fort Lauderdale at this point. If they've completed their plans, he would be in Passion City.
So 2 out of the 4 options, he would be in Passion City, meaning that on the principle of statistics, if I was going by statistics, there's a greater chance and a better probability that he's still in Passion City, which is currently being blown to bits.
For what it sounds like, yeah.
And if it's being blown to bits, that means he's in the crossfire, which means that he could be being blown to bits, and she cannot lose him, or this whole thing is gonna come crashing down today. And she books it towards Passion City.
Ooh, boy. Alright, so you start running. Krampus, roll me intelligence +5. You are not a smart man, but there are some occasions in which your intelligence goes up.
No.
Oh! You recognize without a shadow of doubt that when this tiny midget woman runs, it means you pick her up and you charge. It means you, Mr. Krampus, sprint.
Yep, I pick her up and I say, "Allow me," and I zoom.
Zoom!
You are having a hard time breathing at the moment from the sheer air pressure of how hard he is sprinting forwards, especially considering he sprints probably about 8 times as far as you do, considering, you know, A, his legs, B, his muscle, and C, his absolute unbelievable endurance. But, which is actually kind of similar between the two of you. But he is running like a man who is goddamn possessed. He is running so fast that by the time he reaches Passion City, pretty much everyone has stopped to look at him, including Bob, as this is a man who is insane, but even he understands that when a super mutant is charging at you at Mach 5, you stop. You stop, and you see if you need to get out of the way. And if you need to get out of the way, you get out of the way. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Do you slow down, Mr. Krampus?
Not unless Sasuke wants me to.
Can I tell we're getting close to Passion City?
Well, all the noises have started to slow down a little bit. So your number one ability to tell where Passion City has slowed down, but because, again, your ability to tell literally where you are at almost any point in time, you are getting closer. Just because you're running straight forwards, you can tell you're getting closer to the city. You're almost there.
Krampus, when we get to the city, stop. Because we need to look for Ace.
Right.
We need to find Ace. If we find Ace, we find Wandy. We have to find them both and save them from the explosions.
As you start getting to the city, fuck, what was his name? It wasn't Nick, it was the other one.
Bob?
No, Ivan.
Marcus? Oh, Ivan.
Ralph
Yeah.
Wiggum.
Ivan kind of steps out of the building. He's like, whoa there. I can see you brought your American friend back. How you doing, big guy?
What?
Where is Ace?
Nah, he's currently just filling the plan that y'all guys had. See, our people over at No Man's Land providing some support fire at the moment, and he's planning on blowing them all to smithereens, or, you know, compressing them with fires.
The shirts.
Whoa.
We must attack the Grinch. He did a crime that must be finished, we will use American ways.
I like how you think.
I shall throw you into the enemy lines.
I don't like how you
shall persevere. Let us go.
So, wait, hold on. So you're saying Ace isn't here and Wandy isn't here either?
Nope, Wandy's currently inside the big old pack of 100 ghouls. He kind of looks over Krampus' shoulder. They're probably close to no man's land at this point. I mean, binoculars do really tell. But Ace is probably somewhere past no man's land at this point, killing some stragglers maybe, or, dying. Well, on those two. Who knows how many are left at this point?
Which direction?
West.
Not like that. Point in the direction.
He looks at you. And you being blind. He's like,
point in the fucking direction or I will knee you so hard where the sun don't shine, you will never have the ability to feel down there again.
Point or I'll throw you behind enemy lines.
That way?
Krampus, you know what to do.
Right.
And he throws him.
No! You're running in that direction! Running in that direction!
He just throws him into a building?
Jesus Christ! Roll me strike real quick.
No!
God, that was perfect. Krampus, you know what to do. Right. No!
You hear the very solid bash of this man's entire body slamming into a wall and going several feet into it.
I'm gonna go over to where his body is and start healing him. This is not what I meant!
What did you mean?
We were supposed to run in that direction towards Ace and Wandy!
Oh, well, the cub.
He picks her up and starts running.
No, wait! I'm gonna just, like, as he picked me up and started running, I'm gonna just start chucking healing salve on the guy!
Oh my god.
Fuck. I guess we're running now!
You start running like a fucking madman. Ace, roll me luck real quick.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Is this luck to see if Ivan is still alive, or luck to see if they're gonna get in the
This
right
is
direction?
luck to see how many stragglers are kind of... Oh wow, you've killed almost every person inside of this area at this point. The machine guns were a giant help. The rockets didn't kill you. They got real close a couple of times.
Okay, to be fair, I wasn't going with the reinforcement team. I was going on my own because I'm walking into
Oh, are you going like around
camp.
the area?
Cutting my way through, but just a little away from them so that I'm not associated with the
Giant
psychotic
horde.
enemies.
Okay.
Or the giant horde, and in case there is stragglers that make it back.
Cool. So you're a bit of a distance behind no man's land. Unfortunately, Bob's bombs are impressive, let's say. So a lot of debris has almost hit you a couple of times. Thankfully, it's either small debris or it's so large that it's really easy for you to tell when to dodge. But goddamn, his explosives are impressive.
Cool. That's with regular rockets. What the fuck is the tank shell gonna be like?
I don't know if it concerns you or if it excites you, but it does something to you.
Bit of both, mostly concern.
You
because
just
I'm gonna be
really
the one
hope you're
putting the
not
targeting
there.
flare.
Yeah, you really, really hope that you're not, in line of fire. But yeah, so you managed to get to Fort Lauderdale. I'm assuming you don't use binoculars to look back at everything happening.
Nope.
All right, cool. So you have no idea that Krampus is currently slaughtering most cute creatures inside of No Man's Land. Hopefully, no friends, mostly just foes. Sasuke is doing real good at telling him which ones to murder, mostly because they start shouting, "Don't kill me," and her reply is, "Don't kill them."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, but you get to Fort Lauderdale. You walk. You kind of go up. And the guard that you met previously, I believe it was a male, looks and he's like, "Oh, it's you again. I'm amazed you're not
Yep.
dead."
Honestly, so am I. I believe you owe me a few grand.
Do you have any proof that you killed the super mutants?
I'm still here.
I could walk 20 feet away and then come back and say I shot some super mutants because I survived.
Would I have grabbed anything of super mutant quality in the looting?
Roll me luck +3. Because there is one thing that would absolutely be able to tell. Yep, you got it. There is one thing that is impossible not to recognize from Burnout. And that is Remus's weapon.
Could I carry Remus's weapon?
It would be very difficult. But it would be... It basically is a modified version of a stop sign.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. It specifically, cool. The stop sign's top says, "Don't."
Gotcha. Yeah, I suppose I would have grabbed something, logically speaking. Considering my characters are usually smarter than me.
Yeah. You probably got something. That is the most recognizable thing, is just the top of that stop sign saying "Don't." It's the only stop sign that says that. He made it that way specifically because he was tired of people coming to his thing and stop didn't seem to work. Some people got confused and then they died. People got onto it. Yeah, not sure what else would actually be there that would be that recognizable. At least that they would care about anyways. Remus was kind of like the biggest threat to him.
I guess I could have technically grabbed some sort of hand or finger from the evil super mutants that we killed.
Oh, yeah. So you kind of pull out those stubby-ass fingers, and he just kind of looks them, and he's like, "Those are, in fact, super mutant fingers. How do I know that they are Burnout's super mutant fingers?"
There's not exactly a whole lot of super mutant dens in this part of the wasteland.
That is true. Oh, alright. We'll bring you to Nicholas and see if he accepts your story. He opens up the gates for you.
I saunter in, bringing the stop sign and the don't sign, I guess, and the hand with me.
You head in, and as per usual, Nicholas is kind of standing there. So far, it seems like no word's got to him, but he is doing like 15, things at the same time. He's like, For fuck's sake, people, how hard is it to kill one fucking area? We've had people going there for months. How fucking hard is it to kill 20 goddamn people who can't even plan shit? What the fuck are you doing here? What the fuck is that in your hands? How the fuck did you kill the super mutant? Why the fuck do I need to pay you? God, for fuck's sake, people, move your ass.
Are you done?
He pulls out a gun and shoots a dude to his right. Alright, now I'm done. What's up?
You owe me 4,000 caps.
Liza! Where the fuck is our bank? You killed our treasurer, sir. Get another one! We'll get you your money in just a few fucking minutes. I'm currently trying to figure out how to readjust supply lines in order to make it so we have a bit more people going to the fucking, no man's land in order to actually, take over the areas. We've been finding that same fucking place for, half a fucking months or some shit like that. And, Enclave is just barely past that, and we're able to slaughter them if we can get past the fucking no man's land. We also have to deal with the, now that you've taken out Burnout, at least what it appears like, we have to take out the fucking horde of ghouls that's sitting over there. You know how hard it is to get past Burnout without making them look like you're about to murder all of them, so they come out and they kill you instead? It's fucking hard. So now that you're here, we'll send people, I guess, over there to slaughter the shit out of them, or whatever the fuck you have, and satisfy control over the entire north area, and then slowly start making our way down south, slaughter every place that needs to, and take over whatever doesn't. You know how it goes.
Yep. Oh, by the way, on the way here, some guys shot at me, and when I killed them, I found instructions on their corpses to sneak around behind you and attack from behind. You might want to look out for that.
He raises his eyebrow. And who exactly did you kill, sir?
No idea, but whoever it is thought they could kill you.
Do you have a paper on you with those instructions?
Why would I keep it? It's not my base they're trying to take out.
And why should I believe you?
You don't have to. Like I said, it's not my base they're trying to take out.
Yeah, fair. Ah, there she is. Eliza! Fantastic! You got our friend our money! Now fuck off the both of you. I'm planning a goddamn war. Jesus Christ, where is my fucking drink? See some dude, running towards him with what looks to be water. Full of ice.
Is this Eliza person the same very
I don't
tall,
remember her name,
very
so
angry,
yeah.
super mutant, or not
Human.
power
yeah.
armor lady?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to put a handsome grin on my face, take the money, and say, you know what, never mind, scratch that, because I'm stupid and can't think of a word. So never mind. I am gonna eyebrow wiggle at her on the way out.
She looks all kinds of levels of pissed at the moment, mostly because she has to deal with him literally constantly. Roll me charm.
Ooh, I'm not great at that. We'll see. I have a 25 in charm.
Oof. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, okay. You wiggle your eyebrows at her, and she looks every level of pissed you can imagine. And she kind of just, like, raises her eyebrow to you. Kind of moves her, like, straightens up a little bit, and you can hear her back, like, popping. As she's just like, I do need some relaxation.
I'm gonna... You know what? I'm just gonna walk out and make my way to the front gate.
Okay. She just kind of looks at you as you walk away. She's just like, what? She, like, looks around for a moment. She's like,
On the way out, I'll say, I'll see you around. In a somewhat intriguing tone.
Yes, you will. And she, like, just kind of walks away.
Alright, cool. Now I'm gonna hope like hell she survives this fight and defects after the end of it.
Just hope she doesn't do anything to Krampus, like, poor what's his name?
I don't remember her name. But yeah, so you walk... Oh, Angelica, that was it. But you walk out the doors, and you see the dude just kind of standing there. He's the only one outside at the moment, which is kind of odd to you, considering usually there's like a couple of people standing out the gates at any point in time. But he's just kind of staring at you. He's just like, are you done yet?
Yep, just about done. I'm gonna put the bag of money away and replace it with the flare.
He raises his eyebrow at you.
Yep, just one last thing I need to do. Lights, pops the flare off, throws it at the gate, and bolts.
He immediately pulls out his gun. Let's see. Did I actually give you proper armor? I don't think so. You have plated leather, so I might have.
Yeah, I put in the
okay, cool.
leather stats.
So, 36 AC. This guy is going to... I don't remember which level he is.
Could I preemptively probability field this?
Yeah, sure.
I literally just need to get to cover before I die.
You really do. Yeah, you just need to not get shot.
No modifier, I'm guessing?
Yeah, no modifier. Just flat luck. Oh
wow.
My God. Jesus.
That could not have been closer.
You have... Yeah, I was literally a 9 to 9 hole. You are literally less than 10 feet... you're less than probably 5 feet away from him when you drop your flare, just because how small that bridge is, more or less, from the door to where he was standing. And as you drop that flare, he raises up his gun in a very practiced motion. And it's a laser rifle, too. So he shoots, and a laser, literally, you can feel it burning the tips of your forearm hair as you bolt. You can feel the heat of literally 30 laser projectiles over your shoulders and against your sides as they just swarm the shit out of you. And somehow...
They're ready for the signal.
Somehow, you did not get shot. Unfortunately... That's when you look over the hill, and you see Mr. Krampus running.
Oh, god damn it.
You also see the horde of ghouls on the ledge over there. Oh, wow. Good job. Thanks, Wandy. Wow, that is some seriously good luck right there. Great timing. As he, like, heads over the hill, he is running down that shit, and the ghoul horde is there. You can also see Bob a little bit distance away, inside of his tank. It's still rolling up, however. And you're not quite sure if he can roll up and shoot, before Krampus will be getting to those gates. And if Krampus gets hit by that bomb, well, you're not as concerned for him as you are concerned for the midget on his shoulders screaming charge.
I'm gonna angle myself towards Krampus in my dead sprint, waving my arms wildly and yelling, "Other way! Other way!"
Sasuke, you didn't actually bother to, talk to anyone about the fact they had a tank. You were informed that they had a tank. Krampus doesn't know what a tank is, so you literally have no idea that they have a tank. So you have no idea why he's shouting other way. Aside from the laser bullets flying past, but you've seen Krampus's ability to take laser bullets.
And I'm on his back, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yet again, I feel the need to reiterate. Trust Big Brother. Do what Big Brother says, or we will all die.
I trust Big Brother.
Alright. So how you gonna make Krampus stop running forwards when he is fairly certain that Mr. the Grinch himself is in that building?
Krampus, if you don't turn around right now, we're both gonna die!
Unfortunately, I don't know how Krampus is gonna react to that because Zero's not here. So I'm gonna roll 1d2. 1 is, he listens to you. 2 is, he doesn't.
Come on.
Cool, he's listening
to you. Thank God.
He turns. Let me luck real quick. Minus 2 ace.
Luck. Minus 2.
How hard is he turning? Okay, cool. He does not turn into the line of fire of the tank.
That's good.
Whew, that would have hurt. But yeah, he turns and runs pretty much in the same direction you are, gaining a lot more speed than you are, as he proceeds to pick you up. Roll me luck minus 4. Where is your head going today?
The one time I'm okay with being in an armpit.
You are not in his armpit. You are pressed against Sasuke between his manly chesticles.
Oh, that's a much better smell.
Yeah.
She actually bathes.
As you are running like a massive goddamn hyper bullet on speed, before you hear what can only be described as the biggest boom. You don't know what the fuck Bob put into this goddamn tank, but it is the biggest boom. You can feel the heat radiate. If you weren't between Krampus's chest facing the opposite direction, you're fairly certain you would probably have been lit on fire from the sheer heat of what is now pressed against Krampus's back, which thankfully you had the conscious mind to pull Yuki to, the front with you. Mostly because he didn't want her in the shockwave. It's hot. The breath is pulled out of you. The shockwave literally lifts Krampus off his feet for a second from how hard it shook. The building itself, you can hear scream. The metal itself is screaming from how hard it was shooken. The door lands in a smoldering pile 15 feet away from Krampus. You're fairly certain there's not a whole lot left of that door. There is, but what was left of that door hit the ground. And whoever was standing at that door is gone. Huh?
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm assuming the guy shooting at me next to the door is no longer in pieces larger than atoms.
He is no longer part of this reality. That door is many levels is swung open. The inside of that building is charred. Most of the areas near the front of that door are either exploded, damaged, charred, or no longer exist. The front of the building is having a hard time keeping itself up.
One last question.
Hmm?
Did the biggest boom spur the ghouls into action?
With that 20? Oh yeah. Wandy doesn't even have to help them at this point. They charge, and they charge hard. Now, what's actually going to happen inside of the building, we'll go and see next episode, because it's currently 9:17, and it's time for us to end this. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this extremely painful moment. And that wonderful nat 20 right there. That was the best nat 20 I think I've ever seen. And hopefully you guys are going to enjoy seeing what will probably be the last episode of Titans Clash that we will have next week at 7 p.m. PST on Saturday. Hopefully you all enjoying this, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Auf Wiedersehen.
Johnny!
We're all gonna die.